Let's go back to Carl right now in Brisbane.
Thank you very much for that, Fordo. Well, after the last flood in 2011, the insurance companies copped an absolute bollocking, and rightly so in certain circumstances. Some much better than others. Suncorp amongst the good ones. Marcus Taylor joins us now. Marcus, good morning to you. In terms of how claims are going this time around, what are you seeing?
We've received so far about 4,500 claims. Majority has been for storm damage. Obviously, power and phone issues have prohibited a lot of customers from calling us, so we'd expect over the coming days that to probably go up a little bit more.
And whereabouts exactly?
So we're seeing a lot of stuff from southeast Queensland. There's a flooding situation, obviously, up through Bundaberg and straight down the coast. So that's the predominant amount of the claims at the moment.
In areas last time around, such as Goodna, as you head towards, it's just most people in Brisbane know where it is. They were inundated last time, something in the order of, I think, 600 homes, businesses and everything. I think it's much less this time, isn't it? What are you hearing out of Goodna?
It is a lot smaller. Obviously, the levels weren't as high as in 2010, 2011. So we are seeing a lot smaller claims. So probably, in the low tens up to 20.
The problem, as you would know, is that for people in those areas, Ross Greenwood pointed out before, they couldn't afford. They had. Few of them had insurance to cover last time. They can't afford insurance now because the premiums have gone too high. The places aren't worth anything anymore, certainly reduced amounts. They've still got the mortgage on that. So insurance has become incredibly unaffordable for people who live in those areas.
Yeah, look, premium affordability is a big issue at the moment. Obviously, the cost of offering insurance has gone up internationally and nationally. That's why we're sort of working with all levels of government at the moment to try and look at how we actually reduce community risk. So that means in places where we are seeing high levels of risk, like Goodna, maybe looking at increasing the building heights, not allowing for construction underneath buildings. If you actually get the community risk down, then the premiums come down. So that's going to be core.
Is that working in any particular areas?
Look, places like Charleville, where they've actually put in a full levy, they're paying 70% less than a lot of other places like such Roma and Emerald. So where we are actually seeing changes, we are seeing premiums go down significantly.
We saw also last time endless stories on and it wasn't in your insurance company particularly, but we saw endless stories on people who were battling with their insurance company over the definition of flood. Is that going to happen again this time around?
A lot of work has been done, obviously with a range of inquiries following 2010-11 to actually iron out. So all the insurance companies have been working with government and consumer agencies. So we would actually see now that that definition is set, and most people have automatic flood cover. Definitely speaking on behalf of Suncorp brands, we do have automatic flood cover and an opt-out.
The government made a song and dance about facilitating improvements in the insurance industry and having cover for those sort of things. How is that going? When you mention the fact that you want communities to be also doing or trying to do their bit and rebuilding according to new specifications, how is that relationship going?
Look, it's good. It's a long process. Obviously, we think...
A long process, does that mean bad?
Well, prevention is always going to be better than recovery.
Yeah.
And money spent, investing in mitigation, levies, changing approval from building standards is always going to be more beneficial than actually spending large bills after an event has happened.
And what about there is a case for the argument that you're becoming, insurance companies are just going into the business of insuring people in low-risk areas. This is Australia. There are going to be people that live in higher risk areas.
Yep. Look, insurance is offered to everyone, so everyone is obviously it can get a product of some sort or nature. The reality is we price on individual risk, so people living in a high-risk area will pay more for their premiums.
Have you noticed the number of people, because of the rise, and some are much worse than others? I think there are 800% of the lifts in insurance premiums in some areas, which is horribly hard for people who are doing it tough anyway. Have you noticed the number of people dropping out of insurance because of the increased numbers?
No, look, I think there's a range of products out there, and people are actually being more choosy. They're actually investigating what's on offer now. Yes, premiums have gone up. That's probably a reality. And as I said, we're working to try and get community risk down. But there is a wide range of products out there that are tailored for different people in different areas and different risk levels. So we are seeing that. All
right, Marcus, we appreciate your time today. Like I said at the start, Suncorp was very quick last time around with its responsibilities. It's a shame that some of the other insurance companies weren't so quick as well. But thanks for your time and best of luck processing these claims as they come in again. We'll have more of the flood crisis coming up after the break.